posterized by old Kiki, who's 6 feet 6 inches tall. What happened to him?
So Andre Drummond is the first big man to ever get dunked on.
His name is not Drummond, it's Rummond. There's no D in Drummond.
You saw what he did last night.
Ha, ha, way to go. Thank you for teeing me up for that.
I need to defend
Andre, go back to Cleveland. They need you.
No, we don't. No, they don't.
Yeah.
I have to say, that is a first. We're starting the show with a little Andre Drummond there. Okay, all right. Well done getting that out. But here's the situation, guys. It's getting messy in San Francisco, and we need to talk about it. The latest reports have confirmed that when the 49ers initially traded up to the 3rd overall pick, they had Mac Jones in mind. But according to Adam Schefter, after doing their due diligence on all of the quarterbacks in the draft, the gap between the candidates has shrunk. Meanwhile, another report has the Niners scouting department leaning towards Trey Lance, while Kyle Shanahan still prefers Mac Jones. Niners GM John Lynch told reporters yesterday that Shanahan would have final say on draft night. So, Shannon, what is going on here?
John Lynch confirmed what we already knew, Skip, that the final decision is going to come down to Kyle Shanahan. Skip, I told you, and you asked, said, well, why would they only move up to 3? I said, Skip, Kyle Shanahan feels that the other 3 quarterbacks, he could win with either one. His intel had told them that Lawrence was going 1 and Zach Wilson was going 2. So whomever, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, Justin Fields, they felt very comfortable. Now, it seems to me they've settled on 2. Now, I believe Kyle Shanahan loves Mac Jones. He reminds him of Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was the 3rd pick in the draft, if I'm not mistaken, Skip, 2008. That's what he was. So Kyle feels very comfortable taking him. But there are a lot of people, it was reported that there was a split, that John Lynch liked a certain guy, Kyle Shanahan liked Mike Jones. It seems the scouting department and a lot of other people seem to be in John Lynch's corner. That Trey Lance, I think, you know, Trey Lance has a little bit more upside than Mac Jones. But Kyle is like, I mean, you see the accuracy? You see how quick the ball comes out of his hands? Whew, I really like that in this West Coast system. So for me, Skip, it's going to come down, look, you do your due diligence. This is a franchise-altering decision. You gave up your 2022. You gave up your 2023 first-round draft pick. So this is a franchise-altering decision. You got to hit this one, Skip. You got to hit it. They believe with what they have, the way Kyle can dial up offense, they believe with the receivers that they have, the way they can run the football, if they just get solid quarterback play, they can get back to the Super Bowl again. So I'm not surprised that it's coming down to the last hour in them making this decision because, like I said, it's franchise-altering. But ultimately, you make me say right now, today, I believe Mac Jones is going to be that selection. I think what happened is that they went back, they said, okay, let's see. We see Mac Jones in a similar situation and running this offense at Alabama. Sarkisian picked up a lot of the things that I did while I was in Alabama, so I know what he can do. How about we give Trey Lance an opportunity to run some of these very plays? Hey, John Beck had him in Washington. Can you put this kid through some drills? So when we come back and take a look at him, he'll be familiar with some of the terminology. He'll be, familiarize himself with some of the throws and what we expect. And I think he went down there and I think he wowed him. Skip, I mean, because the offense that they ran at North Dakota State compared to what he's going to see, what he's going to run at San Francisco is night and day different. So Kyle wanted him to have an opportunity to make some of these throws. And so I think it's close. But at the end of the day, I don't know because this is Kyle, butt on the line, Skip. Scouting departments don't have win-loss records. GM don't have win-loss records. They go to the head coach. And ultimately, I do believe. Now, I say there's a 90% chance Mac Jones is that third selection. Only a 10% chance that it's Trey Lance.
Okay. So you have been obviously very close to Mike Shanahan, the father of Kyle. You sort of watched Kyle grow up around your locker room in Denver when you played for Mike Shanahan. And you're so close to the Shanahans that I've started calling you Shannon Shanahan. That's a lot of Shans going on, right?
It is.
I'm here to tell you that I'm sorry to inform you that the Shanahans look like they're running a ship of fools right now. It looks like absolute chaos in San Francisco because they've had too much time on their hands.
Yes.
That it's too bad that they couldn't have made this trade on draft night knowing they're going up for X or Y or Z.
Right.
But apparently They targeted Mac Jones, according to the great Adam Schefter. They targeted Mac Jones originally when they made this trade. As we talked about, they shocked the NFL world by trading up from 12 all the way to 3. Not to 2, but to 3.
Right.
So they're a little bit dependent upon what the Jets do at 2. Their intel better be right. And yet they traded next year's first and the next year's first to make that move up.
Yeah.
To target Mac Jones, who, by the way, nobody else is targeting high in this draft, I don't think. From my intel, from all the people I talk to, all the mock drafts, all the reading that I do, I think the Shanahans are the only ones targeting Mac Jones that high. In fact, if for whatever reason they opt off of Mac Jones, he is the candidate to fall in this draft.
Right.
He could fall to Belichick all the way down at 15, and yet I'm not even sure Belichick would take him at 15, so he could be a candidate to fall farther than 15th in my estimation.
Okay.
Well, if that happens, then the Shanahans look even more foolish because they paid so much to go up for a quarterback that I believe nobody else loved. Now, maybe to your point that he fits with them, what they want to do,
Correct.
that they love him for them.
Yes.
And that's fine. If you're sold on that and you're right about it, I'm great with that. But I'm not sure they're sold now because Adam Schefter says they were sold until they started doing their due diligence. And the harder they looked, the quicker the gap started closing between Mac Jones and all the other candidates. And now they're back to, and I don't think this is smoke screening or trying to send mixed signals. I think they're truly wrestling over, well, he's got this and he's got that and he's got this and he's got that. And a lot of the mocks still have Justin Fields going 3rd to the 49ers. We've had other insiders like Michael Lombardi say there's no way Justin Fields is going 3rd.
But Skip, if you listen to Kyle yesterday, he said, I felt very comfortable with any of the 5 quarterbacks.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what Adam is saying, is that they have finally said, throw them in a hat and pick one out, and we'll take one, whoever it is.
Yes.
I got to tell you, that's pretty crazy at this stage of the draft. It's pretty crazy. We're what, two days away.
2 days.
Okay, so this is career life altering. I got it. You better nail this one.
Yep.
And I have told you from the start that I'm still not convinced the Jets are going to take Zach Wilson. I don't know where. That's a runaway internet train that makes little to no sense to me. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but where did it get engraved in stone that they're taking Zach Wilson? Why would they announce that like a month ago? Because it's been out there for a month that it's a done deal. They're taking. I get Trevor Lawrence to Urban Meyer. I get that because he is, by all accounts, one of the all-time great picks at the top of the draft. I didn't like his attitude in the Sports Illustrated story, and that would give me grave concern about his motivation going forward, his desire, his lack of chip on shoulder or burning desire to win championships. But I can't argue with the choice of Trevor Lawrence at number 1 because it's like he was born to be the first pick in the draft, and we've thought that since he was in middle school, right? I've been reading about him since he was in middle school because he's 6'6", and he can move, and he's got a big arm, not a great arm, but a nice arm.
Yes.
Okay, so we get that. But where did Zach Wilson just get inked in for the Jets? I don't get that. So to your point, would I be shocked if they took Justin Fields, who is Mel Kiper's number 2 quarterback and has been from the start, right behind Trevor Lawrence? I wouldn't be shocked by that. Would I be shocked if the Jets took Trey Lance? I wouldn't be shocked by it. Would you?
No, I think for me, Skip, it's a foregone conclusion.
Okay, why?
Because there's a reason why Zach Wilson keeps saying, I've talked to a lot of Jet quarterbacks.
Well, you said it once.
Yeah, but I'm saying, though, Skip, you don't do that. They've given, Skip, I feel very comfortable. I feel more comfortable that they're going to take him at 2 than I do the 49ers are going to take Mac Jones at 3. That's how confident I am. And
and you're basing it on just what? That he's called some Mark Sanchez?
No, Skip. But I think the thing is that when you hear some of the other guys, you hear the other draft guy at ESPN, and you hear a lot of guys. Zach Wilson, Todd McShay. Zach, he has a lot of Patrick Mahomes. He can make throws, the off-balance throws. He can do all of this.
Okay.
And remember, nobody thought Patrick Mahomes, only Andy Reid and Brett Veach thought so much of Patrick Mahomes that they moved from 27 to 10.
True. Okay.
And I'm not so sure, Skip, and you keep saying, well, why didn't they move up to 2? It seems to me that the Jets was unwilling to move off.
Well,
of
I'm
number
sure.
2.
Yeah.
So and so if they thought they could get someone other than Zach Wilson at 2, I guarantee you they would have moved. But they don't feel comfortable that they can get Zach